April the 6th, 1994. The plane carrying Rwandan President Juvenal Habyarimana was shot down. The assassination is unanimously recognized as the trigger setting off the Rwandan Genocide, but there has never been any official explanation of what really happened. Michael Hourigan headed the investigation into the crime for the United Nations and then for the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda, but was never allowed to complete it. The evidence he collected pointed to the responsibility of Paul Kagame's Rwandan Patriotic Front, closely allied to the United States. He immediately informed Louise Arbour, who, at the time, was the tribunal prosecutor, by calling her on an encrypted telephone at the US Embassy in Kigali. On hearing this news, Louise Arbour was delighted with Michael Hourigan's work and urged him to safeguard his evidence and to join her as soon as possible. But once in The Hague, she behaved completely differently and decided to close his investigation. Michael Hourigan, who died last December, never gave up the idea of exposing the truth. In July 2012, we were in contact with him. Here, we present his devastating testimony concerning his telephone calls to Louise Arbour, a telephone call that silenced the truth of the Rwandan genocide.
I then spoke with my commander, who said that we should brief Madame Arbour in The Hague. I made a decision to communicate with her through the American Embassy on their secure Stu-3 telephone, which is an encrypted telephone. And Madame Arbour was at the other end of the line in The Hague, in the American Embassy. I had a communication with her, informed her of the information that we had learnt in Kigali about the role of President Kagame and his special team, who we're told killed President Habyarimana. At that time, she was very positive and informed me that we should protect the informants, that I should protect my investigators, and that I should do all things possible to protect the information. There'd be very few people in the world at that time that would have known of that phone call. You know, Kofi Annan, surely she would have discussed it with the Secretary General. And the only other people possibly would be people listening on that line. But like I said, Julian, no one has ever confronted her, and no one has been ever able to get her to discuss my conversations with her on the telephone and with her in The Hague. No one has called me a liar. No one from the UN has ever said he's not telling the truth. And they've never spoken about me. And I honestly think the reason is because they can't. They can't talk about me. They can't criticize me. They can't call me a liar because it's just not true. Everything I've ever said about this is true, but it cost me my job with the UN. It cost me my career with the UN, and it cost, you know, more than that, me personally, it cost the world community and Rwanda the truth. Everybody, I think, needs to know who started the genocide.